I had no choice but to step forward to assume leadership of the council. Master, you made me promise before your death. It was as if you knew your time was coming to an end. Even before your passing, you had warned that a great darkness was descending over the land.
I will not be silenced, Lord Karen. You will hear me. The boy
was duly appointed by the late Lord Tanth. The matter is decided. There can be no...
He would lead us to war, Karen. You yourself have said this.
No, I have said...
War? We have had peace for 70 years. Not since the Rage has Noran had to call its sons and brothers to open conflict.
And we foolishly underestimated them before, and were nearly decimated. Thus my point. We do not need a boy leading us in these dark times.
My lords, I pray you listen. I have been to the marchlands. I have seen what is happening on the borders. The Beast Lords have attacked caravans from the south and west. They have harried my men along the western wall that divides our realms. Such settlements beyond the wall have been destroyed. This is no mindless kobold rabble, Lord Karen. They
are not a threat to Noran. Surely your garrison is more than capable of dealing with a few raiders. That isn't at issue. What is,
Lord Karen, is that I am High Lord of this council. Understand this, my lords. If we do not act now, we will repeat the past. This threat from the Howling Plains must be met and vanquished before it is allowed to spread.
Lord Ulrich?
Yes, I agree, Lord Ulrich. Perhaps you are correct. Perhaps a more firm hand should be taken. Firm, but not overzealous.
Of course, Karen, of course. Temperance in all things. Then we are decided. Castle Margoth is the key, my lords. Margoth defends the western marches. Its border watch and garrison are our first and best line of defense. But with the destruction of caravans and supply routes into the keep and surrounding settlements, they have been made vulnerable to siege. It is for that reason that I have ordered the immediate dispatching of raw goods, wood, gold, foodstuffs, and weapons.
He will lead us to war, Karen. Mark it well.
Perhaps, Lord Val. Perhaps.
It is so. Tell me, what has happened here? What treachery?
They came at night, Captain. They brought fire to the village of Hale. Please, there are still people there. You must get to Hale.
Men, to me! We must reach Hale. There is blood to be spilled this night.
Yes, sir. Lead the way. Lead the way. On my way. On my way. Lead the way. On my way. Lead the way. I await your command. Ready, sir. Ready. Lead the way. On my way. On my way. I await your command. Yes, sir. Lead the way. On my way. On my way. Lead the way. On my way.
Men, take him.
Lead the way. Sir. I await your command. On my way. On my way. Yes, sir. I await your command. On my way. Yes, sir. I await your command. Yes, sir. I await your command. Ready. Yes, sir. Ready. On my way. Lead the way. On my way. On my way. Lead the way. Sir. Yes, sir. I await your Yes, sir. I await your command. Ready. Sir. On my way. On my way. I await your command. Lead the way. Yes, sir. Ready. Ha! Lead the way. Lead the way.
Well met, noble warrior. Well met. We
had to cower in the storehouse like sheep awaiting the slaughter. Where was Margoth? They've taken everything.
Peace, Abaris. We are here now, sent from the council. Margoth is itself in grave need. Their supplies are dangerously low. We must gather more gold, or that we can escort thence to Margoth.
On my way. Lead the way.
ready for work,
On my way.
Lord.
Yes, sir. I await your command. Lead the way. Yes, sir. Ready. On my way. Lead the way. On my way. Lead the way. Lead the way.
Ready for work, my lord.
Sir. Lead the way.
I am here, my lord. What needs to be done? Good idea. Excellent idea. I live to serve. I live to serve. What needs to be done? I am here, my lord. Building complete, my lord. Huh? We must build more farms, my lord. What needs to be done? I am here, my lord. What needs to be done? I am here, my lord. We need more wood, my lord.
Ready. Sir.
Ready for work, my lord. What needs to be done? I am here, my lord.
No mercy! Lay waste to the humans. Destroy their garrison. Grind their bones to paste and bring to me their supplies. There will be no failure.
We must build more farms, my lord. What needs to be done? We need more wood, my lord. We need more wood, my lord. We need more wood, my lord.
I await your command. Sir! Yes, sir. Lead the way. On my way. The day is ours. No mercy!
I live to serve. We must build more farms, my lord. I am here, my lord.
Sir! On my way. Lead the way. On my way.
I live to serve. Building complete, my lord.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
I await your command. Yes. Lead the way. Yes, sir. On my way. I await your command. Ha!
Building complete, my lord.
For Norad! My sword serves you!
I am here, my lord. Excellent idea.
Ready. Yes, sir. I await your command. Sir. I await your command. Sir.
What needs to be done?
My sword
Good
serves
idea.
you! I await your command.
I am here, my lord. What
Building
needs to be
complete,
done,
my
lord? Will the work never end? I live to serve.
My sword serves you!
Excellent idea. Good idea.
Ready.
Huh? What needs to be done?
My sword serves you. Lead the way.
Building complete, my lord. I am here,
I
my lord.
await your command. Sir. On my way. I await your command. On my way. Yes, sir. Ready. On my way. Lead the way. Sir. My sword serves you. Ready. On my way. Yes, sir. Sir. Lead the way. Yes, sir. Lead the way. I await your command. Lead the way. The day is ours. Ready. Lead the way. Sir. On my way. Ready. Ha! Lead the way. For Noran! Yes, sir. Lead the way. Lead the way. Sir. On my way. Lead the way. I await your command. On my way. Yes, sir. Lead the way. I await your command. Lead the way. Yes, sir. I await your command. Yes, sir.
Take them. Your lives.
On my way. I await your command. Ready. Lead the way. Yes, sir. Lead the way. Ready. Sir. On my way. Yes, sir. I await your command. Yes, sir. On my way.
We're under attack.
I await your command. Ready. Sir, I await your command. Yes, sir. Ready.
Our forces are under attack.
Yes, sir. On my way. Lead the way. My sword serves you. On my way. Lead the way. Yes, sir. Ready. On my way. Sir. Ready. On my way. Lead the way. Lead the way. On my way. On my way. Sir, my sword serves you. On my way. I await your command. Sir, lead the way. Lead the way. Yes, sir. Sir, lead the way. Lead the way. On my way. Yes, sir. I await your command. Ready. On my way. Lead the way. Yes, sir. On my way. Lead the way. I await your command. Ready. Yes, sir. I await your command. Lead the way. Sir, lead the way. On my way. On my way. I await your command. Sir, lead the way. I await your command. Ready. On my way. Lead the way. Yes, sir. On my way. Sir. I await your command. Sir. On my way. Lead the way. I await your command. Ready. Lead the way. Yes, sir. Ready. Lead the way. Sir. Ready. On my way.
We're clear of their line. We must make haste to Margoth.